According to the website CodeQuest.com, coding is what makes it possible for us to create computer software, apps, and websites. Your browser, your OS, the apps on your phone, Facebook are all made with code.
One of the first things we need to do is to identify our target audience. My target audience is made up of 99% male, between the ages of 29 through 54, and some of the personnel has basic coding experience.
They are all technical support personnel who support robotics, and that includes app coding, since that is where the robots get their instruction. Since my target audience is made up of adults, I will demonstrate using the strategy formulated by Malcolm Knowles on adult education. If you remember, he wrote that adult learners should be made ready to learn, letting them know how coding will benefit them. I will take advantage of their previous experience, create autonomy by giving them hands-on experience, and finally action by letting them know how they can use the training. We will go over these when we get to that point. Next, we need to explain to the employees why they need to learn code. My department supports coding by troubleshooting the small robots that obtain their movements from code the students write. The employees need the code to execute movements on these robots in the shop. Another reason they should code is everything runs on code nowadays. Every one of them will have to have a basic understanding of it. And lastly, they might have fun learning and using it. I would show personnel how to code using the graphical interface as opposed to lines on a programming screen. I would use the coding mini course app Moana by Disney. I would write the following tiny URL on the whiteboard that would take them to the Moana page instead of the URL below that. tinyurl.com is a great website to use as it can shorten a long URL into a smaller, more manageable one. Once they see Moana on the screen, ask them to click on Begin Now. Do the first 3 exercises together for orientation. To encourage one another or to share the complexity of the next few exercises, I would ask the students to pair up with a person next to them to perform the next exercise starting with lesson 5 and stopping at lesson 11. I would tell the students to make sure and watch the video coding loops. Time to make teams. In my department, we have a total of 13 people, minus myself as the instructor, so we would form 3 teams of 4 for the next lessons. I would have the class go through the lessons 11 through 14. I would have a competition phase. I would ask teams to watch the video on conditionals. The next lessons 15 through 18 I would use to tap into the employee's competitive nature, which makes their learning fun. The team that finishes first in each exercise would raise their hands and get a hand clap for bragging rights. Finally, to give the employees real-world experience with the coding they have just learned, I would introduce the Ozobot. The Ozobot uses basic coding to move around, and we could have the teams race to finish an obstacle using code. So in summary, I made the employees ready to learn by letting them know where they could use coding. I would take advantage of the employees' previous experience by letting those with coding experience to lead the teams. I would give them autonomy by letting them work on their own to get their hands dirty. Lastly, I would show the employees action by getting them a robot to work with to use their new coding skills.